Hello everyone, I'm Tam and I'm back with another spurious dish. Today we are going to try to make chicharrones. So roasted pork skin. We're going to use the oven today and to roast this pork skin here. It's pretty much just pure fat. As you can see, there's like very little meat. There's no meat there. This is just pure pork fat. Pretty much pure pork fat. Yeah. So it should be very crispy and nice. It's about 1.5 pounds. I think 2 pounds or 1 pound will be good with the rest of the ratio for the marinade and the sauce. Anyway, so this is the main star of this episode. I have 2 lime, salt, and chili. Could be chili paste, chili sauce, whatever, just chili. So these 3 things will be used to make a marinade for the pork fat, so that the pork fat kind of absorbs some of it. We're going to marinate it for 2 hours in the fridge, and then I'll come back and we'll actually put it into the pan and then into the oven. After we have the chicharrones done, I will use this to make a dipping sauce. Straight out the bottle has this. This has a very cool, refreshing lime taste to it. If you can't find this, you can create something similar by using ranch salad dressing plus minced up cilantro pieces. So these little pieces here are cilantro pieces, and then just like a lime, squeeze more lime to it. So that's one way to recreate this pretty well if you cannot find this in a grocery store. It has a very kind of like cool ranch lime flavor, which we'll use to dip the chicharrone pieces in to eat. So the main time will just be spent marinating for the most part. We'll probably cook this for like an hour or maybe like an hour and a half, depending on how crispy it is, and then we'll see. So let me make the actual marinade. 2 limes, maybe like 1 cup of salt, or probably 1 cup of salt. That's a lot. And then like 1 tablespoon of like chili, and probably some water. Probably like 1 cup of water too. It depends. I haven't actually done this, so I have no idea what it kind of like is like. I'll cut these into like small bites, so maybe like maybe like the size of my finger right there. So 1/2 inch by 2 inches, so it's easy to kind of dip into the sauce. So half an inch width by 2 inch long, something like that. So it's easy to grab and put into the sauce and kind of just dip into that. So I'll come back with that, and then I'll probably just put some of the sauce into a bowl, and then just put it into the fridge. So then we can kind of like close this out of the table as well. Okay, I'm back. The pork fat is cut up about 2 inches long, so from like here to here, and about 1/2 inch thick, roughly. 0.25 inch, 1/4 inch thick. I have 2 limes squeezed in there, 2 lime juices, juices from 2 limes squeezed, 1 tablespoon of chili sauce, 4 cups of water, and 1 cup of salt. So that's the entire marinade. I'm going to wrap this up and then put it into the refrigerator, and then I'll come back after 2 hours. After 2 hours, it should be. After 2 hours, they should be very well marinated. the pieces are much smaller, so it should absorb much quicker. Of course, if you let this go overnight, it'll definitely be way more succulent. So I'll come back after 2 hours, and then we'll proceed to using the oven. All right, and this is the marinated pork fat. I took out the pot, and here it is. I think I forgot to mention before I put the pork fat into the marinade, I actually punched a bunch of holes using a fork. So I use a fork to like punch holes. See, like those are holes there. I punched a bunch of holes everywhere on each side, the top, bottom, left, top, bottom, right side, left side. There's a bunch of holes there. It's kind of hard to see. See, I'm gonna show you right there. Here. See, that is from the fork. So I use the fork to like pierce each side of the pork belly, so that way it can absorb more of the marinade. So that's why there's like a bunch of like tiny holes everywhere, because I use a fork to pierce it. And yeah, this is what we have so far. It smells like chili lime, like tequila. I think tequila, the chili lime that you use on the fruits, for Mexican cuisine. Tequila, same kind of thing, yeah. So that's that. I have already preheated the oven, 350 degrees, already preheated. So now it's on, it's ready to go. It's already warm and good to go. So let's put it into the oven. And put the phone to the side. So that's in the phone to the side. Use your oven mitts so you don't hurt yourself. Alright. Use your oven mitts. And leave it like center, in the center of the oven. Because you want it to evenly cook throughout the entire thing. Okay. All right, and now we have to wait. I think oh sorry, it's kind of dark, so I'll just like do this. And so leave it in there, like center area, and I'll come back in like an hour and a half. I'll check up on it 1 hour, and then if it's still not done, I'll wait another half an hour. So 60 minutes from now, I'll check on it. If it's still kind of like not too crispy, I'll wait another half an hour. And now they're out the oven. I went all the way to 90 minutes. So 1 hour and a half later, here we are with these chicharrones. The smell is absolutely incredible. The very fatty, like lime, very fatty chili with a bit of lime. I tasted one. It's not as crunchy as I want it to be. I should have like flipped them, you know, quotation mark, flip these halfway through, so that the other side kind of like becomes crispy, so the oil cooks the other side as well. This guy looks pretty crispy. There's one here, the brown one here. Everyone else is kind of like not as crispy. Or I should have also like patted down dry. Before putting to the oven, pat down dry the fatty parts. That would help. Dehydrate the skin, so it basically becomes more crispy. Although you will probably lose some flavor, because once you pat it down, you take away the marinade. So yeah, there's kind of a downside to that. I'm going to take these out and put it into the plate, and then let it sit for like 15 minutes to cool down. The oil, I'm actually going to save the oil in a jar, because this is pretty good oil. This is like pork fat lard oil with chili lime flavoring. So it's, you can cook like, you know, fried rice, omelet, etc. Or use it in soup to flavor it. Up to you. I have the dipping sauce. This is straight from a jar. I haven't done anything else to it. Straight from the jar. Just put it to the refrigerator to kind of like keep it fresh, and that's about it. So nothing has changed from the bottle. Okay, I'll come back in 15 minutes once I take these out and let them like rest, and then we'll eat and see what they taste like. There it is, our chicharrones. Pretty nice looking, brown, arranged like a solar panel farm. Get a nice angle like this for the thumbnail, and then you have the actual chicharrones. One side is crispy, the other side is not as crispy as I want it to be. Still look pretty good. Pretty nice. She'll fly by. And then you have the sauce, which is from the bottle. No different. Nothing changed. Oh, and the oil I put into a bowl here. This is about 8 tablespoons of oil or 1 stick of butter. It's still pretty warm, so I'll let that cool down for maybe another half an hour, and then I'll put it into the refrigerator. So I finished with the pan, with the aluminum pan. So let's eat and see what it's like. I have no idea actually. So maybe move it up, move it more of this. All right, that's pretty good. Okay. I think I'll use my hands. Might as well. So I can like show you. All right, so it feels pretty like sturdy and firm. So without the actual, let's see, it smells. Smells very faint. Just like fried fat, kind of like pork smell. There's no like lime or chili smell. Oh, there's a bit on the side that was cooking in oil. There's a bit of like chili lime smell. On the other sides, like the top, the left, and the top, the left, and the right, there is really no smell. On the bottom, the side that was kind of cooking in the oil, you could definitely smell the chili lime. So without the actual sauce, see what it tastes like. The marinade is gone. It's like evaporated. The chicharrone just melts in your mouth. One side of it is crunchy. The side that was facing the bottom, cooking in the oil, is crunchy. The side on the top is very soft, and once you bite into it, it kind of like releases a lot of oil. However, there's no like there's a weak, very faint marinade left over. You can barely taste the lime and the chicharrones. The lime and the chili is very faint. You can barely notice it. It's mostly just pork fat and a very small amount of like lime chili flavor, very tiny. Let me just test with another bite to make sure. It's a smaller one here. Yeah, it's very faint. You can't really tell. You can barely tell that there's a marinade, or that it was marinated. You can barely tell that. All right, with the actual sauce, let's see what happens here. This is cilantro lime, kind of like a ranch sauce here. Oh, wrong. Oh, it's really nice. The sauce is very intense with like lime, a bit of like cilantro flavoring, and it's also very cool. So it kind of just like it kind of like mints, makes your mouth feel minty inside, and then the fat is like kind of warm, so it kind of like just kind of coats your mouth. So it's a nice combination. Ooh. Mm. I was kind of worried that I used too much lime for the marinade, and that the chicharrones without the sauce would be too limey. However, I didn't use that's not the case here. So this lime dressing is actually perfect. It doesn't over flavor the chicharrones. It's nice and fatty. This is probably good for like movie night when you're kind of eating like instead of popcorn. You kind of eat this because one bite of this has a lot of like fat. So you could probably go for like 15 minutes eating. If you eat like 4 of these, you probably be full, satiated for another 15 minutes, and then you can slowly kind of just snack on these as you enjoy your movie or YouTube, I guess, video. So, it's very nice. Even though this doesn't look like much, it feels really heavy because it's a lot of fat. That kind of just like sits in your stomach pretty hard. Well, even right now, I'm getting kind of like full, and I've only I'll have only eaten like maybe like 10 of these, maximum 10 of these. There's still another like 20 left over. So it's definitely a feast of lots of healthy fat. And you also have the oil left over to do other things with, like making omelets or cooking other things. Oh wow! I probably will not finish this. I'll probably eat like half of it, and then call it a day because it's just so heavy. Anyway, have a good day, everyone, and don't forget to save the oil for I guess future cooking.